everybody, so this video I have a Target haul. I went earlier this week because here in Nashville and in Middle Tennessee, kids are going back to school. Like I think some of them started last week, and then I think most of them started this week or something. Anyway, so of course Target's having the back to school specials, which this is the time of the year where I like to shop at Target for those kind of like school supply things, because you can get things for really cheap. So what I was mainly going for is looking for some like plastic pencil boxes, and they didn't have any. I don't know if they sold out, because I'm kind of like, I don't know, I went like at the tail end of all this going back to school stuff, even though like this is the first week here in Nashville. At least I think it's the first week. Whatever. Anyway, so I did get a bunch of stuff, and I guess I'll start off with some notebooks I got. So I have a bag in my lap right here, so I'm just kind of going to set this down for a moment so it doesn't make a ton of noise. And so I just got a ton of these spiral notebooks because I use these for everything. Yeah, so I stocked up because like they were 27 cents each, and throughout the rest of the year you never find them for that cheap, so this was always a great deal. And it's hot in here. I got cold earlier and I put this thing on and now I'm like burning up. Okay, so now for all the goodies. So I guess I'll start with this biggie right here. So of course there's the whole planner craze. I've kind of wanted to get into doing the whole planner thing, various reasons. Haven't yet, but then I came across this. This was $5. It's just a blank, empty, well, yeah, I guess you could say blank planner. It's an empty planner. It has a nice gold lame, kind of like a muted gold lame cover to it with the little gold corner accents, and I like the floral print inside. And it also has like a place where you can put your pen, so that's pretty cool. And I can't remember if I said it already, but this was $5. I kept hearing and seeing videos about how people got these for really dirt cheap, which $5 is cheap, but I thought that there were some that were for like $3. And I found this in that whole dollar section area, so I don't know. It would have been nice if it was $3, but for $5 it's still not a bad deal, so I'm happy with this. You know me, I'm a cheapskate. Okay, so and then I found these Crayola markers for 99 cents. They actually, where they were, like they were in the little back to school sell section area where they had like bins loaded down with this stuff. But there's like a price like tag for them that was like $2.99 or something like that. And so of course they have those little scanners, those price check scanners that you can go check the price at. And of course that's what I do. Like when I'm not 100% sure of the price at Target, I take a load of stuff up there and price check that puppy. But anyway, so I got the assorted colors, which I really like these. And actually I have like 2 packs of these that I've barely used already, but for 99 cents each, you can never have enough markers on hand. You can never have enough anything on hand with me. But anywho, so I like these colors. These are kind of more the jewel tones. And then I got the classic colors, just your basic color. The Roy G. Bibb colors. And then I found the little, the fine tip markers in the classic colors, which these would be great for coloring books. So definitely had to pick me up some of those. And they had like the washable ones in the like the fine tip and of course in the regular broad tip. But I'm not a big fan of washable markers. However, you can use them to make watercolors, which that was my intention with all my other washable markers. Anywho, I kind of wish I had gotten some in this because they had like the jewel tone colors in that variety, that kind of marker. Because that would have been great for coloring books. Because again, coloring books, you really don't have to worry about like the paper getting wet, I guess, or whatever. Anyway, so I got these markers. So then I got a couple of bottles of this Elmer school glue. I can't remember if this was 50 cents or 99 cents. I think it might have been 50 cents. And I'm kind of wishing I had gotten more bottles. I'm not huge into the school glue because it's a washable glue. Though I just noticed something. The tops of these are different. Like the little nozzles. This is more the traditional Elmer's glue nozzle, and this is a different kind of nozzle. It looks kind of cheap. It looks like it's kind of been messed with. What the heck? The labels are similar, but kind of slightly off. Huh. Okay, I just noticed something. The traditional looking nozzle says that it's made in China. Like that, I just noticed that right off the bat looking at the back of the label. Whereas this funky nozzly one says that it's made in the USA. So, what? I mean, cool for this one being made in the USA, but what's going on there with that? Okay, interesting distraction. Anywho, so I like using the washable school glue for like making peel off fingernail polish bases. You know, just putting it down as like your base coat so that you can peel off your fingernail polish, like especially if you use glitter polishes. So I thought I'd have some of this on hand, and maybe for like some other little projects. But I really like the glue all, since that's more of a permanent, more multi-use type of glue. You can use it to make like glazes and gesso. You could kind of use this for gesso, but you're not going to get like the longevity out of this as you would the glue all, I guess. But yeah, so I got a couple bottles of this, wishing I'd gotten a couple more just to have on hand, just for whatever reason, just because that's how I am, but 2 will do for now. I'll just put them right back there. Okay. Anywho, so this is something else I found in the dollar section, which it was not $1. I was aware of that before checking out. It took me a moment to decide that I wanted this, but I ultimately went with that decision, and I'm glad I did. It was $3, and what it is a set of stamps, like rubber stamps. So, and it comes with the ink pad. So what's cool about this, other than the fact that it has like the holographic print on it, which that's pretty darn cool, these would also be really good for like planners or junk journals, which that's like when I look at rubber stamps, that's what I'm thinking of. It's like, can I use this and incorporate it into a junk journal, like a theme of a junk journal in some fashion. Anywho, so there's 5 rubber stamps, and of course the ink pad, which is pink, yay. But the anywho, I can't talk. Okay, so the very first one says, "So very important." The second one is just kind of like an outline of like a one of those flag things that's kind of like an arrow flag. This one says "yes," which I kind of wish it said "yas," like YAAAS. That would be awesome, because that's what I use all the time as my response in replacement to yes. Anywho, this one says "done." And then this one, I really like this one right here. It says "the list," and it has 5 numbered lines right there. So I hope that these are coming in okay. Yeah, so that's actually not a bad deal at all for 5 rubber stamps plus a little ink pad. So, side note, like, I don't know what it is with me. I always have like every time like I begin a video or before I start a video, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go into this whole detailed chatter about each item yet. Like, and I have that in my mind, like, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to make it short, to the point, just show the item, just mention it, boom, we're done. Move on to the next thing, but I have a problem to where I cannot do that. Clearly I have failed at that thus far. So, yeah, just putting that out there. Anywho, next item up is, well, there's two washi tapes that I found in the dollar section. This one right here is just like a basic washi tape, and it has like colorful dots on it. That's what it's described as. Like, that's what the little name is dots. But like, the way it is, like, layered upon itself, and almost looks like they're little roses, but down at the bottom they just kind of look like little, like, spot or splotchy little dots, kind of like thumbprints. So it's kind of nice, and it is 3.5 yards in length. And then I got this one, which is a pink glitter tape. Again, 3.5 yards in length. I love, like, this kind of has that iridescent glitter, which is awesome. It's kind of squishy too. Woo. And then I found this adorable little sticker book in the dollar section. Like, you see the thing here, the dollar section. Yeah. So, it has 5 sheets, and it has, like, the holographic rainbowy goodness on the front. Woo. Okay. First sheet is great for plannery stuff because it has the days of the week listed, and then it has some little expressions like best day ever, oh my gosh, which I'm glad it says oh my gosh, because that's the way I say it. Like, when I put OMG, that's essentially what I'm saying is the gosh. Yeah. Okay. So, and be amazing. And it has like the fruity theme ones with the perfect pair, because there's little fruits throughout this. And very cool. Kind of cheesy, but kind of adorable. And little clouds and little different various things. Hearts, stars, crowns, bows. Got hair all over my face. Okay. And then it has the little fruit themes where it says like one in a melon, a perfect pear, thanks a bunch. And it has like a little banana, and I kind of really wish that there was one that said banana, because that's just a random thing that I always say, just like at random times. I'm just like, banana. Like, if I don't have an answer for something, the answer becomes banana. So that would have been awesome. Just whatever, I'll just use little banana stickers in place. And then we have the alphabet, which is always handy to have. And it has like the holographic, it's a really subtle holographic background. And then we have the little kitty cats and puppies and rainbows, and it says best friends forever and paw prints and all that goodness. So I like that. That was a fun little find for $1. Can't beat it. And then finally we have the remainder of the planner stuff that I found, which my Target didn't really have much of a selection. I pretty much bought everything that was like planner related from the little dollar section. These are just dividers, and then some of them have pockets on there, and it looks like there is, what did it have? 6 dividers and 3 double-sided pocket ones. $3 for this pack. And then I have the filler paper, which I noticed that it was already like torn and open and everything. So I actually went and opened it to count it. And in the process, like, well, let me jump back and say that it has like 3 different types of papers. For the planner, it has 52 weekly pages, 12 monthly pages, and 40 note sheets. in which I kind of like the layout of the weekly pages. However, what I hate about this, and what I hate about pretty much everything I've come across related to planners and the weekly layouts, is that they all begin their week on a freaking Monday. Now, I know in some parts of the world that's normal. Here in the US, the week begins on a Sunday. My week has always begun on a Sunday. I work Sundays. That's the beginning of my work week. When I was able to go to church on a regular basis, that was always the first day of the week for me. It was always on the Sunday. So I mean, I get that, like, people who work a weekday job, like, they just work weekdays and then they have weekends off. I kind of get that. If you're in school, I kind of get it, but still, like, to me, like, when you're in school, Sunday is kind of like the prep night going into Monday. So, and, like, the weekend, like, they're like bookends. You have one at the beginning and one at the end. Thus, weekend, which I know end for a lot of people signifies the very last of something, but, I mean, come on. Just, like, is there such a thing as, like, planner filler pages that begin on Sundays instead of Monday? Just, anybody else have this issue, or is it just me? Okay. Anywho, rant over, but anyway, this whole pack was, again, $3. And so, thus concluding my Target haul.